They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. It's nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. Hey. One way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Coming up on my
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a cod. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me.
I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one west rising to prominence. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin on kindness. I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K. top, dawg. Certified road that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He's nice, but he don't show them skills how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got it made, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rain for real. Backstage.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Precinct Officer 1000, Nakashawan of the I.S.U.P.K. We start out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. All right. Tonight's class, we're going to be talking about Bob Marley. All right. One love and one drop. And let me first start off by saying this. Bob Marley is not a black man at all. All right. Just so you guys know where we stand on this. Bob Marley, right? The icon is not a black man at all.
Right.
Tia and Tamara are not black.
Right.
Barack Obama is not black. Lenny Kravitz is not black. The list goes on and on.
Right.
These are not black people at all. And we're going to prove it tonight. And also we're going to prove that there is no such thing as being biracial. It is not a real thing that exists. Now, just so you guys know, we are streaming from TikTok. Both of our accounts, I.S.U.P.K. Atlanta on TikTok. And we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. All right. What's going on, Halak?
I'm Tawab, sir. Another day in Babylon. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Cyber Rakatah.
What's going on, man? Anybody on the check-in as far Napash, do me a favor, right? Call check into the chime into the phone, the number, because I'm streaming on both things. All right. See who going on this. All right. Tonight too, we may have a special guest, officer out in Toronto, I believe. All right, Brock Yalla, he may be joining us tonight as well. But we definitely going to get into this topic because it is obvious that the world has gone absolutely mad, and we're going to solve the problem tonight. Okay. Now, earlier this week, we went viral, and we're still going viral right now because of a video that we did talking about Bob Marley. Okay. For those of you who don't know, Bob Marley is this cat. He's looked at as an icon and the founder of reggae and all this other stuff. However, the world believes that he is a black man, and he is not. How do we know this? Biblically, Bob Marley is a Caucasian. His father, his dad, is white. All right. This is not something that is news. It is not something that is foreign, but the idea that this man is biracial is a issue because it causes and creates confusion within our community. All right. Biblically, you are the seed of your father. Okay. A man plants the seed into a woman. The woman holds the seed, and then the child grows. And then, of course, the woman gives birth to the child. Okay. Now, men plant the seed. Women do not have seed. So whatever I am, this child is going to be. Seems pretty easy to understand, right? For some people, they don't understand. So let me help you out a little further. We gave the analogy, which we always have to give, which is the apple seed. If you take an apple seed and plant it into the ground, what grows from that seed? An apple tree. There's no such thing as the tree ain't going to have pears on it. It's not going to have grapes on it. It's not going to have tomato. It's whatever the actual seed is. Now, I know where the confusion comes in because you have the sisters, right? Sisters feel like they're not important because, oh, well, I'm not, well, what about me? We give to the, we give it. Your body has absolutely nothing to do with the lineage of this child. You hold the seed. You don't give anything to it. It has been given to you. You understand? It has been given to you. And it's not to say that your role is not important. That's not to say that. However, if we're going to talk specifically about the lineage, the heritage, the nationality or tribe or clan of this child, it has to come from the dad. Because the Lord said, the scripture says that the Lord is not an author of confusion.
Right.
The world makes things more confusing. Okay. Right. The world makes things more confusing. So now you have this title of biracial. What the heck is that? What is biracial? Biracial is a term used to describe somebody who is mixed. However, phenotype, no problem. You could have a white man can have a black nose and you got black ears. That don't make him black at all. And then you talk about, you know, complexion of the skin. There's only really two colors in life. There's only two. There's white and there's brown. Asians are brown. But to separate the confusion, to find out who these people are or who people are, to understand it, you have to figure out who the dad is, what their nationality is.
Right.
In the comment section, I don't know if you saw it, in the comment section, they were going off about, you know, they went off on us about The Rock. That was the first thing. They went off on us about The Rock, man. We were like, yo, The Rock is black. And is Mike, hey, Napaj, what's going on with this echo they talking about? Okay. We're going to get it worked out. Y'all stand by, right? If you want, just tune into TikTok. That's where we at, too. Because Makula said it probably is coming from that. Yeah. If this is on, I think it's straight. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let me see that. Yeah, because I don't think we need two mics on. Makula, let me know, or let me know if it's okay. We Tawab, so it was okay. All right, no sweat. We good. We got it. Right. So yeah, so we got a lot of heat for The Rock, posting that The Rock is black. His dad is black. And how we derive from that is a scripture based on just that. Halak, give me Numbers 1 and 18, okay?
Come on, concert.
For those of you online, you on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, pull out your Bible. Ladies, put a headpiece on, okay? Pull out your Bibles, and we're going to go to Numbers 1, verse 18.
Come on, con.
Let's get it going. Go ahead, Halak, you got it.
Come on, sir. The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. Mm-hmm. And they declared the pedigree after their families.
Oh, stop right there. Stop right there, Halak.
Come.
This is the numbering of the tribes, okay, for context, okay? This is Moses and Aaron, okay, numbering the tribes and organizing the tribes, okay? And if you notice, there's a word in there that we should not skip over at all. And that word is pedigree.
Yeah.
That's the key word here, okay? For all of you that were online last week talking about, oh, the father don't matter, the seed comes from the mom and your nationality comes from your mom. Just quickly, somebody get me the definition of pedigree. Somebody find the definition of the word pedigree. Okay?
Come on, sir.
We're going to get it on. We're going to teach tonight.
That's right.
And we're going to, and furthermore, we're going to learn. We're going to learn something tonight. Okay? The definition of the word pedigree. Halak, you got it?
Come on, sir.
All right, let the people hear it.
Come on, sir. Pedigree. According to Merriam-Webster, a registered recording a line of ancestors.
Mm-hmm. There's more on that.
Okay. Definition 2, an ancestral line, lineage.
Gotcha. Perfect. An ancestral line, a lineage. That's the pedigree. Now read Numbers 1 and 18 again, straight from the top, and we're going to read all the way through. Now that we know what pedigree is, now that we know what pedigree means, an ancestral line, a lineage. Now that we know, let's read Numbers 1 and 18 again. Go ahead, Halak.
Common Concert, the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
Their ancestral, their lineage, they declared that pedigree. Go ahead.
And they declared their pedigrees after their families.
After their families. Okay, that's what's important here. They declared. Hey, Barack, get us come on, get on YouTube, Barack. I see you. Okay. Get on, I think it's on YouTube. The link is up there. You can join up there. All right. If not, we'll have a brother send you the link. Okay. So they are declaring the pedigrees by their families now, but keep going a lot.
Common Concert, by the house of their fathers.
By the what?
By the house of their fathers.
Keep going.
According to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their poll.
So when we have Sabbath service, we do we state our registry.
Right.
Okay. Now in this time, you see these polls in the background right here, right? It was a time where your lineage is crafted into these polls. Okay. And it's all of the men, because this is the line that, if y'all can see, this is the line you come from.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't believe that, all you have to do to go to the book of Matthew and track Christ's lineage, and you'll see in Matthew, you'll see begot, 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 son of, born of, and it's men. You know why that is? Here's the reason that why. The reason why you see the lineage of the men in that history, that registry, that ancestral lineage, is because the man carries the seed. You are the seed of your father. You can't be the seed of your mom because your mom doesn't have seed at all. All right. So read Numbers 1 and 18 again, Halak the water.
No sweat, Adawan. Khan. Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers. By the house of their fathers. Now, why doesn't it say the mothers? Why doesn't it say the house of the mothers? Very simple, because moms don't give seed. They give nothing towards the child's heritage. You don't give anything, and that's okay, sisters. Don't carry that burden to think that that you are not important. But you are important for sure. But however, you have nothing to do with the lineage, that which is it. Point blank. But you don't have anything to do with that. Phenotype, your nose, the way the kid walks, the way the kid talks, all that stuff. You have areas where those characteristics are embedded into the child. However, your lineage is not a characteristic. It's not a characteristic at all. Men carry the dough. We place the dough into the oven. The oven is you. You bake the bread. The damn bread don't come out half oven. It don't come out half, like a piece of the oven ain't in the damn bread at all. You cook that thing and you do an amazing job. Give it up for the sisters for holding it. Give it up to all ladies for holding it. Great job, ladies. You hold it. Great. It's going to get your characteristics, some of your mannerisms. The child is going to get some mannerisms. for sure. However, what that child won't get from you, they're not going to get their tribe from you. They're not going to get that classification from you. And I know that that upsets a lot of people. Why? Because they believe that the mom has something to do with it. And she doesn't at all. Based off of scriptures just like this, and we're going to get to another one too, but based off of the Bible, you are the seed of your father. Hell, Superman, right? What's Superman's father name? Ain't his name like Jor-El or something like that? Anybody know? What the hell is it? Hey, Barack, what's going on, man? Shalom, y'all. What's up, brother?
Shalom, Yabashin Shabrak Thumb.
That's Barack Yalla right there, man. Bad brother right there, bro. That's a bad man, bro. All over the damn internet. Every time I open up TikTok, he right there. And I'm glad he... Go ahead, brother.
If I may, you know, the crazy part is that people, sometimes they have a problem with the Bible itself, but science backs up number 1 and 18, and even dictionaries do. If I may, real quick, one,
please.
You know, when it says that from the house of their father, meaning they're the seed of their father or the offspring. Offspring in French is progéniture, right? I'm going to read it in French, I'm going to translate it. Please. Progéniture is ensemble des êtres engendrés par un homme, mis au monde par une femme. Meaning, as a whole, the offspring, right? They're saying basically it comes from the man and is developed, even though it develops in the woman and it is birthed by the woman, it comes from the man, whether it's a human or an animal. So regardless, if you don't want to believe in numbers 1 and 18, science backs it up. The dictionary will back it up too.
That's right.
You are the offspring or the seed of your father. Salakia, one.
No, please give that brother a hand too. By the way, give him up, man. Give the brother a hand, man.
Salakia, one. If I may, one more thing, real quick.
Oh, go please, man. That's why I wanted you in here, brother.
It also shows that these people oppressing Palestinians today are imposters because they claim to be Jewish because of their mother, when clearly you're the seed of your father. Being an Israelite is a bloodline passed down through the father. Right. So first of all, why are they even called? Why do they claim to be the nation of Israel if that's the name of a man? Why is there no nation of Rachel, no nation of Leah, no tribe of Dinah?
Right.
It proves that they are imposters. Salakia.
No, you damn right about that. And that is absolutely 100% correct, because you don't get your lineage from your mom. You don't. Now, I know it's a couple of people on the internet that make this claim, and brothers Halak and Barak, let me see it in the posh, and brothers attending online and sisters, right? They'll use the 1 drop rule once we pull numbers 1 and 18. They'll use the 1 drop rule. They'll go, well, if you got 1 drop of black blood, that means you're black. So now that means, which is more confusion, that means everybody's black, right? When people use the 1 drop rule, you are saying that you want to save white folks. That's all it is. You want to include them. That's all it is. The Lord separated the nations for a reason. That's right. Ain't no such thing as no 1 drop nothing, okay? Right. The person you got it from, here's the interesting part. To all of those people that believe in the 1 drop rule, Google where it comes from. Google where it comes from. Short answer, Madison Grant. That's where your 1 drop rule comes from. Barack, do me a favor. Google Madison Grant real fast, brother. All right, and then read to the people what's the first thing that pops up. Anybody, Google Madison Grant. He's a eugenics. just like Margaret Sanger. You got it, Barack?
I just typed Madison, and that's the first thing it popped up.
Go figure.
Madison Grant, it says, as a white supremacist eugenicist, Grant was the author of The Passing of the Great Race in 1916. Good night.
Your 1 drop rule, black people, comes from a white supremacist. Congratulations. The very thing that you're using to try to cut us in an argument, you get it from a white supremacist.
Right.
That's where you get your information from. So now what you're saying is that in and of itself trumps the Bible. Because what they'll do, Barack, and Halak, y'all brothers know the Posh, the first thing that they tell us is they go, well, who wrote the book? The man wrote the book. Madison Grant came up with the damn one drop rule. You believe that? You know why? Because you love white daddy. You love white daddy. Whatever he says goes. Meanwhile, in the Bible, that's black dad. That's black dad, and you don't want to listen to nothing he has to say. Because your one drop argument, which we're going to go into as well, your one drop argument is coming from a white supremacist who doesn't like you. He is a known, can we say racist on TikTok? Who knows? I don't know. But he doesn't like black people that much. You understand? He believes in the superior race. He believes in it. And that's where you got your one drop rule from. That's what you're using. You don't even, what's so crazy is our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because right now on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, nobody of our blood, and I'm using that word for a reason, will go look up Madison Grant. They're not going to look it up. But before tonight, you quoted everything from that one drop thing, but you never go and look at who wrote it, who came up with it. Now you should question your logic. Now, every time you say something that is not in the Bible, you should really now be like, well, damn, where does it come from? Where does it come from? Why am I quoting this? Who told me to talk like this? You know who else was a racist eugenics? Margaret Sanger. There go another one for you. And how do you support her logic? You go to Planned Parenthood. You go do the thing that she wanted you to do anyway, which is to destroy our nation of people. You helping the cause, especially when you quoting the one drop rule created by supremacists. You're helping to destroy the logic, because guess what? The Bible ain't wrong. It has never been and never will be wrong. Madison Grant's one drop rule, that's wrong. That's wrong. You just want to save everybody. And I understand that. But this class tonight, after tonight, don't ever say biracial to us again. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear about the dominant blood and all. From now on, you should be addressing seed, because that's what we're talking about here. Give me James 3. Give me James 3 and 15.
Con.
Give me James 3 and 15. So we already knocked out the seed of the father. Okay. Anybody online have any objections? The mother is the soil, the father holds the seed. Absolutely, Angela. Shout out to you. The Bible was written by man. Anyone can be wrong. Great. Hey, Shalom. What type of men was the Bible written by? That's what we get. It wasn't written by Madison Grant. Right. That is for sure. I bet you if it was, you'll listen to it though, because that's where your loyal. And at the end of the day, this is where your loyalty is. Your loyalty is for Madison Grant and cats like him, because you hold so very high the oppressor's his knowledge, or what you perceive as knowledge. You hold it up in high regard, which is why when you talk about the Bible, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indigenous people always have a problem with that. Why? Because black dad said it. That's why nobody likes black dad. Nobody wants to hear about black dad. They put dad down all the time. They don't want to hear it. You're against the Bible because the Bible was written by black men. That's why you're against it. Before tonight, right before 1969, you were praising that image that we use as a welcome mat. You praised that image, and still do. You hold up that picture of Christ, the pale one with the green eyes. And then 1969, we told blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous people that Christ is black, and everybody's going crazy. Oh, and then they say color don't matter, and then now color doesn't matter. It matters in a police lineup. It matters on your license. Color matters, but most importantly, besides color, because Bob Marley is brown. Where does he come from? That's how we find out. But this little Madison Grant, this thing, the wisdom that y'all pull is retarded. Give me James 3:15. Whoever got it, you can read it.
Con, sir. The book of James, chapter 3 and verse 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above.
This wisdom here, this did not descend from the Most High. This don't come from the most. You know what comes from the Most High? I'll show you right now. This is what comes from the Most High. This is what comes from the Most High.
Right.
As it is on earth, as it is in heaven. This descends from the Most High. This, not the one drop rule, not that, because that's madness. That is confusion. If that were the case, then everybody, by this definition or whatever y'all talking about, must be black. Everybody must be black, right? It's inclusion. You want other people to be accepting to this. They will not receive salvation no matter how much you try to promote it and go and try to go and save them. They can't be grafted in. For all you fake Israelites out there, they can't be grafted in. Salvation is of the Jews. How can you tell what a Jew is? You got to go to the Bible. You have to find out these people's lineage based off of the seed of their dad. But this here, this is what works. This doesn't. You understand? Read that again from the top. Hello.
Come on, sir. James chapter 3 and verse 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above,
right,
but is earthly, sensual, devilish.
Read that last part again.
Come on. But is earthly, sensual, devilish.
So we just got booted off of one TikTok page. Most High in Christ. Happens every time, bro. We didn't even say nothing. What did we say? We didn't say nothing, right? But that's how bad he don't want that word to get out. But those last two words you said, Halak, this here is very sensual, but it is indeed devilish. You know why? Because the devil wrote it.
Come on.
That's why. This doesn't come from the Most High. That don't come from the Most High. You understand? Because it creates confusion with our people. It creates that very foundation that we all sit upon or have sat upon before to divide our people, because we are now being forced to have a debate about something that is so minute and so small that we have to have a 2-hour class about it, because our people want to hold on to Madison Grant. And they do not want to hold on to the Bible. This is our instruction manual right here. Everything we need is in here. It's a book, a living book that we need, but we throw it away because we want to listen to a supremacist who said, "Oh, well, one drop of this it determines the thing." He also thought like how this particular dictator thought, the one that put the so-called Jews through the Holocaust. I don't know if I can say. I'm gonna say Hitler. He was of that ilk. This cat Madison Grant was of that ilk. That superior race of people that think that they all the way up here. So you're following that. That's what you're following, black people, right? That's what you follow. Keep going on that verse, Halak.
Come on, sir. Verse 16. Come on. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion.
Read it one more time, Halak. We going in. By the way, we going in tonight. Go ahead, Barack.
If I may, real quick about what you said regarding Madison Grant and the Nazis.
Yes.
When I read about Madison Grant, it says that his book, which is called The Passing of the Great Race, which was one of the most racist book out here.
Right.
It says that the book was embraced by proponents of the Nazi movement in Germany and was the first non-German book ordered to be reprinted by the Nazis when it took power. And Adolf Hitler wrote to Grant, quote unquote, "The book is my Bible."
Go figure. Go figure. I was just about to get to that too. The water, Barack, for jumping one step ahead. I like it, man. It's all right. Yeah. Hitler, right, used the passing of the great race, held on to it near and dear to him, and called it his Bible. And that guy who wrote that book, you hold it near and dear to one drop. One drop, baby. You hold it near and dear to you. You know why? Because you and Hitler and Madison Grant have the same thing in common, which is
Right.
you do not like our people. You don't like our people, which is why you hang on to everything that those wicked individuals says. You hold on to it near and dear to your heart because God can't be black. Christ can't be black. Hell, I can't be black because I'm light skinned. Halak can't be black. Barack can't be goddamn Benjamin. No, you know, if you listen to the wisdom of this world, when you should be following this eliminates the confusion. Halak, read 16 again one more time. As a matter of fact, read it from the top. Read it from 15 on through.
Common Concert, the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish.
Keep going.
Common Con, verse 16. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion.
There is confusion. Where envy and strife is, there is confusion. Here's the envy. The envy is you wanting to be like your oppressor. Yeah. And also your oppressor wanting to be like you. Okay? We are the superior ones.
Right.
He wants to be like us. You not knowing how superior you are, how special you are, you think that you got to be like him because he's painted himself in that image of being up here. Mm-hmm. So you want to be like him. Yeah. That's the envy part. The next part of that is the strife. Because at the end of the day, strife is a feeling. Strife is a battle that you're having with yourself because you envy him so much. You envy him so much that you and I have to have a problem. We have strife now because you envy this guy. So when I come out or we come out and say that Bob, so just so y'all know, we got booted from both of the TikTok pages, man. Jesus Christ, bro. You can't, you know, what you gonna do? I got him again. Dang it. So the next part of that is strife. Okay. So because of that strife, you and I have a problem because you want to be like the oppressor so bad that, hey, you know, me and you brothers gotta have a problem now. Yeah. And with said strife comes confusion. I'm confused as to why you don't understand a simple logic or a simple scientific fact that you are the seed of your father. Your confusion is based upon Madison Grant and whatever else you think is important that comes from somebody who is not us and something that doesn't come from here. You love every book in the world. You love all the books except for this one. You don't like this one because this one has everything in there that you need that you want to ignore. Being biracial is not a real thing. It's not real. That's you wanting to do both things and be a part of both things, which is why if you ever talk to somebody who's biracial, right? If you ever talk to somebody who's biracial, they'll do what? They'll pick out just the great things about both sides. Oh, I don't get pulled over by the police like black people do. And then when they're around black people, right? Oh, I can dance. I can make macaroni and cheese. I can do all this stuff. When you eliminate the biracial aspect of it with numbers 1 and 18, okay, now you realize that you're going to get pulled over by the cops. And once those cops find out that you are black, you're going to get the treatment that we get, regardless of who your mom is. Your mom is whiter than snow, but your dad is black as night. And you're going to be treated as such. You understand? Right. You're going to be treated as such. Biracial is no different from bisexual. There's no difference. It's confusion. Being bisexual is the same thing. Oh, I can do this and this. I'm both of those things. You can only be one. You can only be one. There's two sides to everything in life. Up, down, left, right, east, west, north, south, true or false, black and white. Mm-hmm. Hot and cold. Right. You want to be both, which is what confusion is. That's why you walk around like the way you do. Most biracial people, if you ever look up, you could look this up on the internet. I'm not making this up. There are videos, right? Vlogs and other videos of biracial people talking about how confusing it is and how frustrating it is to be biracial because of how they grow up, their hair and the way that they talk. They get picked on, just like a certain individual we're talking about tonight. Hey, Barack, was Bob Marley picked on when he was a kid?
Salakia, the one. He was called white boy by his neighbors.
He was picked on as a kid, brothers and sisters. He was picked on. He was called white boy by his neighbors. That was his nickname. That was his nickname. You understand? Now your kids, okay, you growing up, now to not get picked on, you create some type of bubble for them when in actuality, they are the seed of their father. You don't love your kids because you want them to reap the benefits of both sides. Because they're both to you. To the Most High, they're not both. They're not both. They're one thing. Okay? Let's get into more of that. Give me James 3:15 one more time from the top and read it through 16 and we're going to move on.
Come on, sir.
Let me get TikTok right.
Come on, sir.
Yeah.
The book of James, chapter 3 and verse 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion.
Always.
And every evil work.
Every evil work. That's what we're dealing with here, man. The spirit of Madison Grant and people like him stir up strife in our community, and we can't even sit and have a conversation without you talking about unaliving me and my family, and wait till we're gonna pull up on you. You sound like the oppressor talking to me, brother.
Come.
Sister, you sound like the oppressor. You know why? Because you carry his spirit. You carry his little information, and you treating me just like he would treat me because you rather be like him. You holding on to what white daddy got, because we ain't on TikTok no more. Damn this. You want to hold on to what white daddy always got to say. And because you hold on to what your devilish father says, you hate me. Right. And you hate Napash, and you hate Barack, you hate Halak. You don't love us because you love your daddy. You love your white daddy.
Right.
You love your, what's that? Give me that scripture real fast. Man, what's that one scripture about the ye of your father the devil? Ye are of your father the devil.
So like the one.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
I got it.
Go ahead and read it, brother.
Wakan. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you'll do.
Yes. Let me explain something to y'all, right? The lust of Madison Grant, you know what his lust is? His lust, he has an appetite for hating us. And because you love his word and because you love his one-drop ideology, you are of your father, the devil. And the lust of him, you are going to do. You're going to do the same thing. Whoever's on the conference call, put your phone on mute. I think I hear you chewing gum or something. Put your phone on mute, please. The water. You are going to do what he did. You understand? You're not going to hold on to anything that we're saying. We're brothers to you. We're brothers to you. This cat has nothing to do with you, and neither does Bob Marley. Bob Marley, because he's the face of this class tonight, and I'm using face on purpose. He's the face, the poster child of this class tonight, because Bob Marley has a movie coming out called One Love. Bob Marley's whole life, it's about him envying a certain group of people. Okay, Bob Marley is just like DJ Khaled. Bob Marley is just like Nicki Minaj. Bob Marley is like Tiffany Haddish and everybody else who sees what we do and want to do what we do. Okay? The cat who taught Bob Marley reggae. What you, Barack? You know that brother's name?
Kawakana, the one, Salakia.
Go ahead.
That's one thing I didn't like about the movie because I damn near watched half of it. They excluded Peter Tosh, who taught Bob Marley and the other members how to play guitar because he was self-taught.
Come on, man. Come
And
on.
Salaki, if I may add on, what you just said is powerful. How really Bob Marley wanted to be us, but to be us and to be an actual rebel, meaning he had to go against the oppressor. He had to go against his own people. Which is why, listen, he can never be us. His message about one love was Christianity, where you had to love your oppressor.
Right.
The whole message about rebel music, his music there was nothing rebellious about the oppressed loving the oppressor. There's nothing rebellious about the prey joining with the predator. Salakia.
Right. That's right. Like what what would be the point? Why would you don't see the scriptures talk about the wolf and the lamb, right? I believe it's in I think it's in Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiastes, I forget where it is, where it says, the scripture says, what dealings does the wolf have with the lamb? Or the predator with the prey? We don't have no, why? They eat us alive every time. So to think that we should supposedly have some type of agreement with them is asinine to think that. Bob Marley, he wanted to be black. He wanted so badly to be us, okay? When his lineage defies that. You understand? His lineage defies that. And now to prove to you the cultural impact that Bob Marley had, let me break this down. When we said Bob Marley wasn't black, our people got offended. Especially Benjamites, the so-called Jamaicans today, right? They got highly offended. What they should be offended by is that a culture vulture showed up, got trained by a Benjamite. What that brother was Benjamin, right, Barack?
Kawakan, Peter Tosh.
Peter Tosh is a Benjamite. Yet black people hold Bob Marley to that standard, when it's really Peter Tosh that gave him that his whole style. But because you hate our people so much, you're spiritually giving credit to an oppressor again, which is what you did with Madison Grant. You did the same, you're doing the same thing. Because if Bob Marley was actually black, you wouldn't even like him. Because you hate your people so much. You understand? You dislike our people so much that you wouldn't give him credit if he was black. There's plenty of Benjamite artists, but they hold Bob Marley up in high reverence, no different from Eminem.
Right.
Same thing. You say who the greatest rapper of all time? Here people, oh, Eminem. Who's the greatest DJ? DJ Khaled. Guess what? He don't even DJ. He hires Negroes to put on a song and he makes money from it. Go figure. DJ Vlad, he not a DJ either. He uses Negroes to build his platform and incriminates them and get them all jammed up and locked up. Culture vulture. Right. Coming into our culture, reaping all the benefits from it, building their platform so that way we can hold them up in high reverence when you really should look at what they're doing, right, as opposed to what they're providing, if that makes sense.
Karawakan.
You understand? That's what you should, that's what our people should be doing. Bob Marley, was the music okay? Sure. Is he our people? No. The Rock, that's our brother right there. That's a black man. T and Tamara, they're not black. Barack Obama ain't black. Nicki Minaj is not black. And you're going to keep hearing this because of numbers 1 and 18. And I'm going to keep making those videos so that way this whole term of biracial, it just goes away.
Salakia, the one.
Go ahead.
The crazy part is, if we're just going by looks, they would think Bob Marley's a brother, and they would say Drake's son, which literally damn near has blonde hair and blue eyes, is not a brother. When Drake is a brother, so his son is a brother. Right. They will look at the rapper logic like he's not a brother, but his father's African American, just like Mariah Carey.
Right.
That is crazy. It makes us love people that is not our people, like Bob Marley, Nicki Minaj, Chensia, and it makes us hate our brothers like Drake's son, Blake Griffin, or Logic.
Yeah,
Salakia.
that's what I'm saying. Like that is heavy, and that is the point. You know, like this bastard came in here, Salakia. This bastard came in here and caused envy and strife amongst us to where now we are arguing phenotypes and tying that into lineage and heritage, you know? And to prove that even more, somebody said to me in the comment section in one of those pages, I think it's on the Athens page, I.S.U.P.K. Athens, when we posted that video. Somebody said to me, if Bob Marley was here right now, he would mess me up or something like that. And I think Barack, I think you were commented in there too, and said if Bob Marley was alive right now, he'd be getting high.
That's right.
He'd be getting high with Dr. Sebi. You understand? He wouldn't do a damn thing. He would be getting high with Dr. Sebi, and you will be fighting for him so wholeheartedly instead of fighting for your own brothers. You don't call Bob Marley a drug addict. You call Michael Jackson and Prince one. Go figure. Now, why would that be?
He was a cokehead.
Right. They run Michael Jackson into the ground. Oh, he was on drugs. He like boys and all that. And Prince saying, oh, he's on drug addict. Because they're black. You see, spiritually, we know why you do what you do. You don't even realize what you're actually doing. You criticize our people and give passes to cats like Bob Marley. Bob Marley was a drug addict too. Make no mistake about it. What do you think weed is? What do you think it is?
Salakia, the one.
Go ahead.
That's crazy you put it like that, because when I say he was a cokehead, Bob Marley was smoking cocaine, but they're not going to portray that in the movie. And if you ever mention that, they're going to say, well, he was a great man who united Jamaica. Jamaica is destroyed right now. He didn't unite nothing. And with the political parties of Jamaica, what is the JLP or PNP, he picked a side. So how did Bob Marley do anything for the people that you claim him to be part of?
That's right. Again, dividing the people. And speaking of dividing the people, Halak, give me which one? Give me Deuteronomy 32:7. Speaking of dividing the people. Because the Lord did that. He separated us for a very specific reason. Okay. Now, when you start to understand lineage, you start to understand tribes and our background and how we got here, you will want to separate yourself from that. You understand? You will want to separate yourself from that, because the scripture said we are a holy people unto the Lord. Mm-hmm. Holy means separate.
Right.
But you want to do this so bad. You want to enter so bad. And I know you try to find the good in them, and there is no good in them. You cannot make straight what the Lord made crooked. There's no way. Now, I know you got friends that are white. I get it. You got somebody at your job you hang out with, blah, blah, blah. But again, that's cool. You can't give them salvation. Mm-mm. They're not going through something painful. They didn't go through a struggle. They're not going through they're not going through anything that would warrant them to get salvation. They didn't warrant anything. They do nothing. They're not victims of anything. We are the victims. We are the ones that suffer. We are the ones that go to a plantation every day and work and have a whip cracker slap us on the back every day for pennies. While you're championing and rallying behind the oppressor, your oppressor is kicking the dog hell out of us, and you condone it and you allow it, because your love is not for us. Your love is for him. When you understand what your lineage is, maybe you'll come together and join us in this army and stop trying to join theirs.
Right.
That's a U.S. Army reference. You understand? You want to align yourself with them so bad. Just by even this conversation we have to have about Bob Marley.
Yeah.
You want to align with them so bad that you want him to be black so bad. I seen Bill Clinton play the goddamn saxophone on Arsenio, and everybody. I say this all the time because I was up watching it live.
Mhm.
I was up at night. It was like, I think Arsenio got moved to like 1 o'clock or some crazy nonsense like that, whatever. Or he was at 11. Bill Clinton up there. I was watching this live. I was like, what the hell is going on here? He had a little suit on. Black people the next day went absolutely crazy for this guy.
Yeah.
He's black. He's like us because he plays a saxophone.
Salakia.
Go ahead, Locke.
Haile Selassie too, Edwan.
Mm-hmm. No. So because now you could be black just by playing the saxophone. You know? So the next time y'all argue with us in the comment section, put that the person plays the saxophone. You might as well add that in there with this one drop thing. Add that in there too. Put saxophone in there. He has a black man's nose. Put that down in there. Put phenotype and all that other stupid stuff down in there. You got Deuteronomy 32 from me a lot?
Khan, sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations.
Keep going.
Ask thy father.
Ask who, Halak?
Ask thy father.
Keep going.
And he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Ask your father. Stop there. Ask your dad. How we got here is because of our forefathers, right? That's how we got here. Now, a lot of times when we get together and we talk, okay, I'm from the tribe of Gad. How do I know that? Because I asked my father. And he knows because of his father. And his father, and his father, and so on and so forth. Now, why would you even have to ask your dad? Because that's where your lineage comes from. That's where it comes from, brother. It comes from your dad, which is why you would have to ask. Right. That's where you get it from. All of us in here, we had to ask our father. And most of us had to do a little bit more deeper research. We had to do a lot of deep diving for some of us who don't have a dad that's actually alive or physically around. You got to find out. And most of us, Salakia, who had that type of situation, because it is unfortunate, you ask about the dad's line. Who in his family? Who's what? His grandfather. What was his great grandfather? Because they would know. If anybody has a grandparent around right now, man, what a privilege it is to have a grandparent. I don't think great grandparents exist anymore. I haven't seen one in a long time. But if you have a grandparent, that is a book of information regarding history that all you have to do is ask. And they're going to tell you exactly what you need to know because they know their information goes back to their grandparent who passed it down to them. Now you find out. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's beautiful to know who you are. When we got into the truth, I don't know about y'all, but when I found out who I was, what my lineage was, I shed a tear, man. I'm not lying. I was in my car and I found out a single goddamn Denzel from Glory just came right down my face because I felt like a pressure was lifted off of my shoulders because now I was no longer ignorant. We think we African American, right? You think you're Jamaican. You're the title of the term I'm talking about. And before that, you're like, okay, well, I'm African American. You don't know who you are because they keep giving us, and by they, I mean the oppressor, the op. The oppressor keeps giving us a title. On my mother's birth certificate, it says colored. That's not a joke. It's a real thing. On her birth certificate, it says colored. As the ethnicity, as the race. We were called that. That was our nationality at one point. Colored. Then it went from that to Negro. And then from Negro to, what's that one that Jesse Jackson was? African American and then Afro, whatever the hell and now it's black. Now they call us black. On the application, it says black. white, and then other. It's confusion. What the hell are you? You don't know. You're confused. Ask your dad. Keep going, Halak.
Come on, sir. Verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. When he separated the sons of Adam.
Separated the sons of Adam. Keep going.
Khan. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
The children of who?
According to the number of the children of Israel.
How many tribes are there, brothers? How many tribes we got?
12, sir.
There's 12. How many gates are there?
12, sir.
12. Above the gate, that's in Revelations. We're going to get to that. I think that's Revelations 21 and 12. On top of each gate, it's the tribe. Here's something very interesting with the biracial community and these one-drop people, right? Do any of the damn gates have mixed on it? The answer is no. The top of the gate don't say Manasseh Gad, because that would be confusing. The top of the gate doesn't say Benjamin Judah. It don't say Levi Gad or Asher Simeon. Now, in order to find out what tribe you're from, go ahead.
I remember you said something earlier, and I know I've heard it plenty of time. That people say, you know, your race is young, man. It's determined by your mother, right? So, like, if it's determined by your mother, then how are you even biracial in the first place? Like,
right?
Why is it like so a compliment to be? I'm black and white. Like, how can you be black and white if it's only matter depends on your mother?
Right.
Like it, sir.
Right. It's just to give that praise to it's to give the praise to Eve, which is also the oppressor's way, because the serpent did the same thing. Let's X the guy out of it. Let's X him out. It's about you, sister. Damn what he's saying. Hell, damn what the Lord is telling him too. Guess what? If we Adam, brothers, we all Adam in this situation, right? The Lord told us about Numbers 1 and 18. Our people get mad, especially Eve. To your point, Makulat, especially Eve. Oh, well, what about me? And baby, what about you? You don't have no say in this. Not that, and that's fine. You are holding a warrior inside of you. You are holding a future priest, a prince or a princess of the power. That's what you're doing. You're holding the special thing. You're holding it. That is the gift all within and of itself. You are holding the prince of the power or the princess of the power. But it's because of my lineage that it exists.
Right.
And that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the Lord divided us up like this, man. It's 12 tribes, 12 gates. We get organized. We line up. That's what we talked about with Aaron and Moses. The numbering of the tribe. You separate and organize. These people come together. You got to find out who's who. Just imagine a buffet line, right? Like 3 lines, right? And you go, and above my line says Gad. And above Barak's line, it says Benjamin, okay? And Halak's may say Judah, right? In order for people to understand which line they need to be in, you got to know who you are. Now, if my line on top of my head says Gad Judah, you can be like, well, what? I guess I'm over here. It's confusion. It's confusion. And it's you, again, trying to save our oppressor and give them some type of salvation when their salvation is not for them. You're trying to save them by always incorporating and including them into everything that has nothing to do with them at all. It has nothing to do with them. And if you believe, here's the heavy part, brothers. If you believe that this doesn't exist, what we're talking about, and the Israelites and the special people, right? And you believe the way the world teaches you, right? Why isn't the so-called Jewish man trying to unite all of us?
Right.
He reads the same book. Why isn't he trying to do it? It says to do it in here. Why isn't he doing it? He separated himself. Okay? But you don't give him no grief because he's white. You don't give Bob Marley grief because he's white. You give us grief because we're black. Yeah. You understand? The so-called Jewish man, he wears the seal of David. He wears the shield of David. Nobody gives him hell at all. Guess what, brothers? Barack has it on his background. Halak wears it. Napash wears it. I wear it. We get a hell for it. Come. We get hell when we put it on. Why? Because we're black. It's a spiritual battle, and you're helping the oppressed. You're fighting alongside of him, and you don't critique and criticize him at all. But you'll critique us because it's just in you to do that. It's in you to have a wicked eye towards us when we're the ones showing love to you. That's what we're doing. And you give us hell every step of the way. But tonight, that's why we do the Brotherhood class. To teach brothers and sisters brotherhood and sisterhood. I'm not doing this topic because I wanted to. I'm doing it because we needed to. We needed to have this so that way you and I could be just a little bit closer together, like me, Napash, and Halak, and Barack. Barack is in the whole guy. Barack, where you at in Canada, right?
Yeah, I'm in Montreal right now. The one.
This brother's in Montreal, Canada. Totally different tribe. That's my brother right there, man. A whole nother area. He's in a whole nother area. I hit this brother up. I said, "Hey, man, I need you to come through tonight, man. Just drop some gems about the oppressor Bob Marley." This brother showed up. That's what we're talking about. Madison Grant ain't coming in here, man. Go ahead, you got it.
It's young man Desmond checking in. I probably was speaking a little too low earlier. I'm going through a little truck problem and stuff, but I was just thinking. I know I'm in class. Shalom, brothers.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom, Lord Christ, everybody.
All right, solid, brother. Shalom, Lord Christ. Keep going on that verse a lot.
Come, sir.
The water.
Verse 9. For the Lord's portion is his people.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Come on, man. What the hell what are we talking about?
Right.
What are we talking about, man? Let me explain something to y'all. Before we all came into the truth, all of us were confused. All of us. Your rib was confused. Your kids were confused. We just doing things and celebrating things because somebody told us to. Somebody told us to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. Somebody designed a playbook that we decided to follow. But if it wasn't for 1969, Commander General YAHANNA holding on to this truth, we wouldn't know who the hell we were in this time period because we used to know, and then that wave was lost, man. That wave was lost. We wasn't wearing no goddamn unk. We wasn't wearing no cross around our neck. You understand what I'm saying? The apparel, the things that you see that we do, it comes from a time long before we even existed here. That is our history. We wear it. We live it. We our demeanor, our stature, everything that we do comes from our ancestors. Everything we do, and we hold on to that near and dear to us because it's very important to never forget where you come from, which is a term that people do use. Never forget where you come from.
That's right.
The Italians don't. Russians don't. Chinese people don't. Africans don't. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous people need to remember where they come from and who they are, because where you come from and who you are will determine where you're going. That's going to determine where you are going. And before we all came into the truth, we weren't going nowhere fast. What the hell were we doing? Nothing. Now, because we know who we are, we have purpose. We have a meaning. We have something to live for. We have something to live for now. We living for the day that our king can return and put the oppressor to bed, man. We living for that. We work hard. Go ahead, brother.
Real quick, what you just said is powerful about to know where we're going. We need to know, who we are and where we come from.
Right.
Because I'm starting to teach the history class in Montreal, right?
Most
I'm
high
touching
correct.
on the history of slavery in Canada, which was not spoken about until 1960.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the books I'm reading, it does say that how can we know who we are if we don't even know who we were before?
Right.
You know, so how can we know where we're going if we're going forward? How can we know where we're going if we don't even know who we are in the first place? And we don't know who we are because we don't know who we were, which is the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
You know, the true biblical Jews of antiquity, the only people that God loves and that God cares about. Salaki, other one.
You damn right, brother. You damn right. Brother, what we doing tonight, man, this is special. This is a special thing that we do. It's for free. You know what I mean? Like this brother Barack, man, like I said, he in another goddamn country, man. Just chilling in Canada and here with us tonight, man. And we want all of our brothers and sisters to do the same thing. We're not lying to you like most cats do. You understand? Because we can't lie biblically. Obviously, we can't lie. We doing a service, man, because we love you. We ain't doing this shit because we just, it's Tuesday. I ain't got nothing to do. Salaki. Oh, well, I ain't got nothing to do. Let me go teach a class about Bob Marley because, you know, I need a topic. Nah, we have to do things like this to bring our people together. For the longest time, Black people have been asking for this one particular thing. They've been asking for a long time, since the 60s, probably a little bit before that. Oh, we need to come together. If there was only a place that Black people could just come together, guess what? It exists. It actually is a thing that exists. Now that it exists, you don't want to be a part of it because it's just too Black. And you don't want to be a part of it. Here's the kicker. They don't want to be a part of it because we don't let white people in here. Now it's too harsh. How the hell are we supposed to be together if you keep letting other people in here? You can't ask for one thing and then have the other. That's being confused. You're double-minded, unstable in all of your ways. You're saying one thing and then you're saying another thing. You can't be like that. Just like you can't be biracial and you can't be bisexual. You have to be one or the other. You understand? Now, I know in your mind, like, I got that choice. What your father is what you are. Long story short, I don't want to dwell or harp on that too much, but I definitely wanted to make Bob Marley the catalyst for tonight because he is a prominent figure in our community, which to me just means another cat came and gentrified the hell out of reggae, and we supposed to hold him up in some high reverence.
Right.
No, man. Damn that. Bro, what's that brother name? We said it. What's the brother name? Peter Tosh?
Karawakan.
Hold Peter Tosh up in high. Where the hell is Peter Tosh's movie at, man? Because if it wasn't for him, there would be no Bob Marley.
Salaki, other one.
Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a year or two ago, a white reggae group got an award for the best reggae album of the year. And that's because of Bob Marley.
Come on, man. Come on. What wasn't Eminem at the BET? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? BET used to be for us. Eminem was there. Justin Timberlake was there. You know what I mean? Who somebody what's the kid name that sung that one lonely nigger song? What the hell? Justin Bieber was there at the BET Awards. The thing that's supposed to be for us, they're there. Confusion. It's so confusing, man. Give me I want to probably close out in a little bit, but give me 1 Corinthians 3:19.
Come on, sir.
Let's log it, sir.
Go ahead. While you pull that halak, what's going on, Michael? Go ahead, brother. I hear you.
I had a question because I wanted to know, like, okay, so like when if we come from the mother, right, and it, you know, like you were saying about the lineage and
Right.
you know the heritage.
Go ahead, Michael. I can't. Either you broke up or your phone just went on mute.
It's like, sir, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Okay, come throughout it. I wanted to say, like, why, like, when, you know, Christians get married, the man don't take on the husband. I mean, the man don't take on the wife name, and like, why does Bob Marley have his father's last name? So it's like,
Right. That's a very heavy. That right there. That what that brother just said. I don't know if y'all can hear. I'll be probably clear, right? Right. So why do you take the man's last name? If it has so much to do with mom, why do you take the father's last name when the kid is born? You know why? Because you are the seed of your father. And that's how you know where you come from, because you have your dad's last name. That idea, right, stems from Numbers 1 and 18. That's your lineage. For example, I have a slave master's last name. You know why? Because my generation comes from slaves. They gave that to us. Half of us in here, when we talk about slave names, right? Like, what's your slave name? We have the last name of an oppressor. All of us. You know who doesn't have the last name of an oppressor? The oppressor. Africans don't. Africans are born with that long name that you can't spell, Umadunte. They have their last name. We don't. It was stripped away from us. Our real heritage was stripped away from us. And that wicked bastard put his name on us. And now we have it. However, what was my dad? That is what matters the most. That's what matters the most. You got that for me a lot?
Come.
Go ahead, read it when you got it, brother.
1 Corinthians chapter 3. What verse, Papa Kasha?
19.
Come, sir. Verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
The wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Most High. This little wisdom here, this, that, and wearing crystals and sage and all that stuff that you deem to be wise and oh man, this is great. This knowledge here, the one drop rule, yay, it's foolishness, man. Your right. DNA test, that's foolishness too. What's that one that people go to, that ancestry one, where if you I don't know how they do it. They put a cotton swab in your mouth, or they take blood, right? Your one drop rule. Why does your one drop apply to that goddamn DNA test? Because guess what? When you get that result back, I don't know if y'all ever had this before. All these goddamn nationalities come up. You 80% Nigerian, 20% Italian. It just goes on and on and on. All of that. Confusion. Damn right. You took the brother. You got it.
One.
Go ahead, Ron.
Some people would say, well, they can't, believe in Numbers chapter 1 verse 18 because that's in the Bible and the white man wrote it. Yet they're gonna take the DNA test that the white man administers.
Right.
And
exactly.
Even the scientists that administer the DNA test, they said it's been proven that it is not accurate to determine your lineage, but only to determine the paternity of a child. They only keep it going for the lineage, like for Ancestry.com and all these companies, because it's a lucrative profit. It's a lucrative business. That's Besides right. that, they prove it themselves that you cannot base it on one of their DNA to find out your lineage whatsoever. Right. Even the Edomite, Salaki, real quick, I don't want to be too long-winded, but even an Edomite, what he did, which I'm going to do myself with my dog, is that he submitted the DNA test as his own by swabbing his iguana pet. And it came out that the iguana is like 40% Nigerian, 50% Chinese, or whatever nonsense there was on the result, which is another proof that you can't rely on those DNA tests.
Right. No, you damn right, you can't. Anything that the oppressor administrates and creates, you have to understand that is done to create and continue confusion. That's why it's done. It's not done for the betterment of Black people. Nothing that he does is for our own good. It's not for our good. It's not like for the betterment of Black people. It's to divide us, destroy us, spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, you name it. Planned Parenthood is one of them. Welfare is another one. Whatever he created that was supposed to be for clarity is always confusing. The DNA test, they swap your mouth and take blood or whatever to determine that you're 80% Nigerian, Italian, Russian, Chinese, American, you all jammed up. And what the hell do you tell people? Oh, I got my DNA. I found out what I was. What the hell are you? Nigerian, Haitian, African, I'm all of these things. Come on, man. Come on. it's a plot to keep us confused. It's also an idea that keeps us further and further away from the Lord, which is why it exists. The oppressor knows who we are. He knows who we are. The problem is we don't know who we are. And when we tell them, they don't want to believe it. But they'll believe that their history, their lineage comes from spit in their mouth. And it comes from a drop of blood, or your last name, which is not really yours to begin with. Your last name comes from your oppressor because your history is of a slave. You understand? That's the heavy part about this class, man. It ain't really so much about Bob Marley. It's determining and dividing. They say that we divide people. Yeah, we divide our people. We separate from y'all. We separate from the oppressor. We teaching it. We teaching to be separate, but for our people to come together. They missed that point.
Right.
They missed that part. Oh, well, man, you teach hate. This is love, man. We love our people enough to tell them that somebody's lying to them. That's what we doing here, man. That's why we exist. Most High in Christ. Keep going on that verse. Oh, wait, hold up. Somebody said Salak. Go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna say, and like, you know, they can put all that confusion on us all they want to, but like we all know that we different than them Africans, man. They be about 40 years old, looking like they 12 with big old eyes and stuff, man. We know, like, they can't, like, you know, don't nobody want to come to America to be like Mabutu or nothing like that. They all want to be Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan.
Come on,
you know, and our flavor and our swagger just so different, man. It ain't nobody can come over here and be like us, man. Them kids that came off that slave ship, ain't nobody got nothing on us. And everybody know that for sure. They can confuse us all they want, try to. But man, no matter how much we want to join hands with them, man, we know we different than them, man. We can beat them all up if we wanted to. You know, it's just everything. We got to be the children of the Most High.
Right.
Ain't no doubt.
Right. We are the greatest at everything. We're the greatest at everything, man.
That's right.
And you can tell the difference from us and Africans, the so-called Africans who are Hamites. Well, you could tell. Here's how you can tell. Simple thing. We smell different. It's something very simple. We smell different. And in actuality, let me say this. Every one of the tribes that are on this wall, we smell absolutely amazing. Right. The heathen smells bad. The white man smells bad when he's like a dog. Ham smells bad.
Come.
Moab's breath stinks to all high heaven, which is it's not even fun. It's, you know, it's real. They even have a different smell, which goes to show you that we're too different. We're different. And why the hell would you want to be like that? Like, why? You think that they're sitting on some type of a high horse because of how society paints them out to be. You understand? You heard my brother earlier. They gave a goddamn award to a white reggae group. Like, come on, man. And that's just music. But they have to come over into our lane and do the thing that we've done great. Right? Country music, that's us. Rock music, that was us. You rap, that's us. Reggae, that's us. You understand?
I got one.
Go ahead, Rock.
Besides music, nowadays you have Korean fried chicken, which is just a fried chicken recipe they just learned from black people. It's made in Korea, but ain't nothing Korean about Korean fried chicken. It's just fried chicken.
Just fried chicken. That's all it is. It's just chicken. But we the best at that. We the best at making chicken. My brother Napash, when he was teaching the class one time, he brought out the chicken scripture. You know, that's his favorite precept, right, Napash? He'll tell you about that chicken scripture, boy. You're frying the chicken. They put the chicken with the flour. Go ahead. Somebody said Salaki. Go ahead.
Sir, I was gonna say one more thing.
Go ahead.
And another way they can confuse us if we another way that we know they can't confuse us, man, if you just a true brother or sister, is if you look at a Mexican, I hate to say Mexican, but you know, the so-called Mexican, the Puerto Rican, you know, we all act the same and do all the same stuff. And even in the Bible, they burning up to the, you know, they doing sacrifice up to the Most High. That's barbecuing, ain't it? Like we all like to party, drink, dance, and barbecue, man. We all do the same. Like even in the neighborhoods, man. Like I get offended if a Chinese or something call me a nigga, but if a Puerto Rican or a Mexican call me a nigga, I'd be like, "What's up, my nigga?" You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
We the same so much, and in so many ways. We can no, it ain't about the color. We can just like when I see a Mexican, I be feeling like I'm kin to him. I just look at him and and I admire him because I know who we are. And it's like a connection we all have with each other, like because we are brothers, we are family, and you can feel it, versus you coming around a Chinese or you name it, like whatever it is, African, like you can't go around them Africans and feel like you really a part of them, man. Nope. Like they gonna act like they black, but they gonna go do their little rituals and all that stuff, and they gonna not include your black ass in none of their stuff because they act different, they way different and they weird. They just do all kind of weird stuff that we wouldn't even do. This is some stuff that all blacks and Mexicans and stuff we just don't do, and they'll do it. They'll go eat some stuff we wouldn't dare do.
Right. We should stop trying to sit at their table all the time, man. Like I said again, the Bob Marley thing. The reason why we even teach in this class is to teach our people the difference between us and them, and stop trying to confuse the two. There is no biracial at all. And the minute that you understand that, you would have a greater appreciation and love for your own people, because the term biracial even it promotes the idea that the two can be one. I can be two things, when in actuality, you could only be one. Your lineage comes from your dad. Point blank, period. We've already debunked the one drop garbage, which don't mean a damn thing, especially if you taking that damn ancestral thing, this cotton swab, that knocks that out the park. A white supremacist created the one drop rule. You heard what Barack said, my brother Barack was bringing out too earlier today. We jumped right to it about Hitler holding Madison Grant's book up like a Bible. The great, what was the book, Barack? The Passing of the Great Race, right?
Salakia. That was the passing of the great race, Karawakan.
Right, the passing of the great race. And you chose to follow that. I'm telling you to follow this. We're telling you to follow this for a change. Try another book. Try the one book that you keep ignoring. Try this one. This one, the one that you have in your house that's just open like this, with dust all in it, disrespecting the Bible. Why don't you open it up to Numbers 1:18 and just leave it there? Right? And the next time you run into somebody who has lighter skin, and you start treating them like a brother or a sister, and they go, "I'm biracial," you should be like, "What race is your dad?" And then they're gonna go, "Oh, he's white." And you go, "Oh, okay." Now you know how to treat him now, or her now. Now you would know because of the knowledge that we all got from it here. Give me 1 Corinthians 14-33. Go ahead, Brock.
I go even further. When I was in Ecuador, I was with what I thought was a brother. He told me, "Yeah, I'm Haitian and my dad's light skinned. He mixed." I'm like, "Yeah. So what race is your granddad?" He's like, "He's Irish." I'm like, "No sweat. You're not a brother."
Right. It kills the entire argument. I have a cat in my slavery too. His mom is black, but his dad is Vietnamese. And if you didn't know any better, you go in there, you just think that he looks like Tiger Woods. Okay, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on?" Now he knows what I do. He knows. There's no at my slavery. It's not hidden at all, because when we had slaveries, we got to tell them, "Hey, I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't do that. Get that St. Patrick's Day stuff away from me. I ain't into all that, right?" So they ask, and then they start looking. They've looked. Now, this one particular cat that I'm speaking about, he knows exactly what I do. Like right now, he knows what I'm doing today. He used to try the brother thing. He used to do it. "Hey, man, we brothers, we got to sit together." And I go, "We ain't brothers. We are not brothers. We're cool because we're co-workers, just co-workers, but we're not that." Barack, Halak, Napash, Makulat, Desmond, those are my brothers right there. Those are my brothers. Oh, you understand? We have the same blood. That we got it because of where we descend from. We are the seed of our Father. That's where my love goes. And when you start to try to incorporate Hamites, who are the so-called Africans, and you try to bring in Esau, the so-called white man, and Amalek, and Moab, the Asians, you try to bring them all in here, right? And the more of them that you bring in, your Bob Marleys, because they look like us, they dance and they sing and they play the saxophone. You keep bringing them all in here, and then when you bring them in here, you push us all out, because now there ain't no room for us, and you ignore us, and you ignore the things that we say, and you ignore the truth when we giving it to you, okay? But you'll take their word for granted because you just really love them more. That's what tonight is about. You love Madison Grant more. You love Bob Marley more. You love Nicki Minaj more. You love all of these people who are not us more because you hold whatever they say near and dear because you love the oppressor. Just like a coon and just like a goddamn slave. Oh, Massa gives us food. You just can't let Massa go. Massa don't love you. Somebody says Salaki, go ahead.
Kawaka Salaki, the one in Jamaica, they say, out of many, one people. But that saying right there, it makes them love everyone. All the oppressors that enslaved them, the Chinese coolies, the East Indian coolies, the Arabs going to the island. Yet, they'll go to war with the Haitians. They'll go to war with the people from St. Vincent. They'll hate people from Barbados, from Martinique, where I'm from Guadeloupe. But yet, they'll still go by the motto, out of many, one people. It really just makes you love your oppressor and hate your own people. Salakia.
Right, that's all it is. That's why they do that. We go against each other. We're taught how to do that anyway. You understand? I always make this reference, and I say this every time I teach class. We always talk about the crabs in the barrel thing, right? And if anybody who's watched these classes, I say it all the time because we have to say this all the time. Our people are hard-headed, and we have to keep repeating our goddamn selves every single day. The crabs in the barrel idea, what our people never seem to think about is about why aren't we mad at who put us in the barrel? Nobody thinks like that. You don't think about the person who put me in here. You only warn with the crabs you only warn what's around you. How about we all collectively get together and turn our aggression, not physically, but turn that attention toward the bastard that put us in this barrel, i.e. slave ship, i.e. oppression, and i.e. captivity. Right. Why don't we do that instead of doing what Barack just said, which is a thing that exists everywhere? Our people clashing and fighting, pulling each other down to get out the barrel. We could all get out the goddamn barrel if we get together. Mm-hmm. We can get out this barrel. We can get out this barrel, man. We can get out of it. There's a way. It's in here. It's in here. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. That's us. That's an order. We got to do it. You got 1 Corinthians 14:33?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Come on. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion.
Right. Keep going.
But of peace.
Keep going.
As in all churches of the saints.
And what we giving people too is, and I understand, brother, we in the truth, all these priests and prophets around here, brother, and you got the troopers and the students. We giving the world milk tonight. That's all we're doing. We taking it very light on them tonight, because in order to learn, you have to be taught. You're like a baby right now. You're being taught all over again. That's also in the Bible. You're like a baby. And we got to give you simple things. We got to give you milk first before you start to eat meat like us. We got to give you milk. You understand? And this here, 1 Corinthians 14:33, is very simple. The Lord is not the author of confusion. That biracial term, that bisexual term, one drop, all of that is confusion. It don't come from up above. It's not in the Bible. because the Lord is not the author of confusion, but of peace. That strife we talked about earlier today, that strife is amongst us because of said confusion. The minute you eliminate confusion, you can eliminate strife. Yeah. You will eliminate strife because things are clear now. There's a law that talks about communication, right? And it's the one that we use all the time, which is if you have a problem with your brother, I'm paraphrasing, of course, go to he and thee alone. Right? We have to talk to clear up confusion in order to cure strife. If you go to Barack's page, I.S.U.P.K Montreal, shout out to them. If you go to the I.S.U.P.K Athens page or the I.S.U.P.K Atlanta or Florida, you'll see in the comment section a bunch of goddamn strife.
Damn right.
A bunch of strife towards us because our people are confused. So they'll come to us with strife. We battle all day and night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. All of us. We battle every single day. We battle the demon of strife. We battle the demon of confusion. We do it every day. And we do a damn good job of it too. We're undefeated in that department, by the way. Make no mistake about it. But we have to do that job because of our love for our people. We use Bob Marley just as a small catalyst tonight. I'm using him so that way he could be an example, just like Pharaoh was used as an example. Pharaoh was. Go ahead, Barack.
No, Salak, I didn't want to cut you off. I don't want.
No, you sound good. You got something to bring up? Go ahead.
Salak, I went again. You know, it's because in the comment section they try to make it a black or white issue, as they always do, because really they just want to save white people, and white people want to be included in everything that we do. But it ain't different when it comes to Shakira or Salma Hayek, who are Ishmaelites, are of Lebanese descent. At the end of the day, they're not sisters. Just like these cats in the Mexican movie Blood In, Blood Out, the character Paco, who looks what people would consider more of a Mexican, is actually German. And Miklo, who looks more like a white boy, is the actual Mexican.
Go figure.
You know, Salakia, even Che Guevara is a Spaniard. Right. So at the end of the day, it's not just them. Nicki Minaj is an East Indian. Shensia is Korean. You understand? It's not just about Bob Marley. It's not just a black and white issue. It's an Israelite versus heathen issue.
That's right.
If your father is not of the 12 tribes, you're not of the 12 tribes. You're not of our people. Whether your father is Caucasian, Korean, Arab, East Indian, it doesn't matter. You're all the same to us. You're heathens. So
right. That's right. And there is nothing wrong with that, because Nicki Minaj's family, they know that they're not us. If we went around them right now, if myself and Halak and Napash and Makulad and Barakia, if we went around her family right now, they're going to treat us like we're not them. And they would be fair to do that because we're not. Just like an African. They treat us the opposite of what they do their people, which is what we're trying to establish with our people. They got to be treated different, just like they treat us different, because we're not the same. We are not the same. So once we understand that we're not, and you get rid of terms like biracial and the one drop rule, and once you understand who you are and what we are, we can now have that bond that that the brother was talking about earlier today with the Issacharite, the so-called Mexican brother. You know what I mean? You can have that. And then when the African comes around, you go, all right, let me treat him accordingly. Let me treat him accordingly. But like I said, we used Bob Marley and Tracy Ellis Ross and Tia and Tamara and whoever else believes in this biracial. We use them as a catalyst to show you the Lord is real. The words in the Bible are alive. And now you have a clear distinction and an understanding, hopefully, of what the difference is between us and them. Like my brother put it, It's not so much as a black and white thing. It's not so much as that at all. It is a Israelite and a heathen thing. It's a Jacob and an Esau issue. You understand? That's where it lies. And the Lord put Bob Marley into a position like that, so that way classes like this exist. Just like he did Pharaoh. You got to do that. You understand? You have to. Give me that too. I think that's Romans the 9th chapter, Romans 9 and 17. Because a lot of times we don't think about these people in power or the people that the world, and I'm saying world on purpose, idolizes. They're set up that like that for a reason. They're set up in that position for a reason. Barack Obama was put in that position so that way brothers like myself and Barack and the Posh and Makwala and all the priests and prophets of the Lord, the officers, can do a class about him to tell you that he's not black. Because you hold him in such a regard. And you do it because he's not black. Because make no mistake about it, Barack Obama was a black man. Man, good night. Good night. He'd be the most villainized person in the world. But to show you spiritually he's not, he's praised. Black men don't get no praise. We don't get no praise.
Right.
We told the world that Christ was black. They don't even want to acknowledge that. The idea that he's white, people are okay with. They have a problem when you say he's black, though. Because nobody wants to hold up a black man in no high reverence. You want to destroy him. You want to put him down. Give me that. Give me Romans 9. I think it's 9 and 17.
Karawakan, I got it, other one.
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Let me tell you something, man. The Lord rose up Pharaoh in that power just to destroy him. Right? So that way, the Lord's name could reign all throughout the world. He used Pharaoh as an example. That's right. Which is why when we battle people, we love when Esau comes to the battle. We love it. Pastors come through, okay. But when Esau comes to battle, we absolutely take that because we want to make an example out of him. How I got into the truth, I heard a brother say the way that this brother was talking to Esau, I was like, well, damn. He was destroying Esau. And I was like, wow, he talking to just like a slave, he talking to the white man like that. Damn. That's strong, man. That's strength right there to be the rebellious slave, to talk to massa, because the other slaves like, oh my God, how could he do that? We whisper white people when we around them. We go, look at that white person. Why the hell are we whispering? Because you're scared. But I seen this brother tearing this dude up, man. And I was like, damn, that's dope. That's strength. The scripture tell us to do that, man. Cry out loud, spare not. We ain't sparing nobody, but we do appreciate when Esau comes around because we get to make an example out of him. We get to make examples out of him because he's in the seat of power right now. He's in that seat of power, just like Pharaoh. And the Lord destroyed Pharaoh just to prove that he's real. And also, too, that he loves us. Egypt ain't never been the same since. Egypt is desolate as hell, man.
Right.
It's a desolate land because of the Lord. Now, Pharaoh was Ham. That's one nation of people. Esau is another nation of people. And the only way to determine who these nations are and how is by the seed of the father. So on one end, you're trying to defend and stick up for Bob Marley, when in actuality, Bob Marley is not one of us. And the Lord raised him up and put him in a position so that way tonight we can talk about him and absolutely destroy the idea that doesn't come from the Lord at all, the one drop rule and the biracial, and I'm mixed. That's why. And it's been an honor for me to teach tonight with the brothers in this truth, man, which is why we do our job. We do our job not because we need to, we have to. It's like it's in us to do this. It's absolutely in us. It's our job. And sometimes it gets a little rough because our people are so hard-headed. They don't want to hear nothing we saying.
Yeah.
But we have an opportunity through this class to save some of us and get some of those crabs out of that barrel. That's why we do this. You understand? But Rock, you had something you want to bring out, brother?
Salak, one. I just had a quick precept, as a matter of fact.
Go ahead, brother.
That basically, just exactly what you said, we're so hard-headed. Because imagine we would tell another people, like, we would tell the Arabs, listen, a lot of those Arabs in North Africa, they're not your people because they're mixed with Greek, like, they're Greek descent. They would say, you know what, we'll look into it, and you know what, we agree with it. You understand? I have Egyptian friend in the world, a modern day Egyptian friend in the world, that's telling me, listen, we're not the real Egyptian. They know it. Right. They know the truth. They know even the other nations. The reason why, besides the fact that they despise us, but you will see the other nations. They push that they need to marry within their own nation, especially with the daughter, because they know that offspring is going to be whatever the daughter marries.
Exactly. Right.
You understand? Whether it's the East Indians, whether it's the Arabs, whether it's the Chinese, even though they enforce it with their sons, don't really care, because this son, they know that seed, even if it's, whoever the son marries, the seed comes from the son regardless. Whoever the daughter marries now, the seed, the offspring will come from who she had sex with and produce a child with. You understand? Hey, Salakia Trooper, if you could grab Ezekiel chapter 3, start at verse 4.
Come on, sir.
Understand? Because us being hard-headed, there's nothing new. Us being hard-headed is actually biblical. It shows that we are actually the children of Israel. Whether it's the so-called Negroes, the so-called indigenous people of the Americas, or the so-called Latinos. We're the only people rejecting this knowledge. We're the only people rejecting the fact that you're the seed of your father and that you're the chosen people of the Most High. Tell it to any other nation. Listen, there's Filipinos saying they're Israelites.
Right.
Tell the Arabs they're Israelite, that God only loves them. Listen, they'll be like, you know what? Then God doesn't mind if I drop a firework on the Israelis if He loves me. You understand? Let me know when you got it, Trooper.
Common concert, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them.
See, that's what we're out here to do. We're out here to teach the house of Israel, to teach those 12 tribes the word of God, right? Keep reading.
Common concert, verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel.
We're not sent to speak Mandarin or to speak Tagalog with the Filipinos identifying as Israelites. We're not sent to all different types of nations, to all different types of languages that we don't speak of. Different nations, they speak a hard language, whatever gibberish they speak over there, right? Read.
Common concert, verse 6. Not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Listen, we're sent right now to the Philippines, telling Filipinos you're Israelites. They listen to us.
Right.
We're sent to every single other nation, to every single heathen nation, telling them that you're the chosen people of the Most High and you will be saved. You will inherit the kingdom. You will rule the earth. Listen, every single nation is coming to the I.S.U.P.K. right now.
That's right.
Every single nation is saying, you know what, I'm an Israelite.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, they don't care. But because we're a hard-headed people, it shows that we're that nation that the Bible is speaking of.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
Sir. Verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
The reason why, you know, our brothers and sisters in the world, they're not going to listen to Officer Nakashwan. They're not going to listen to myself, to Trooper Halak, because they don't want to listen to God in the first place.
That's right.
That's really what it is. Because we're not telling you our personal opinion. You understand? I like reggae music. I used to listen. I grew up as a Rastafarian in the world. You know, I did listen to Bob Marley, but I'm not going to listen to Bob Marley, to the words of Bob Marley over the words of the Most High.
That's right.
Right.
You understand? Regardless of the music I want to listen to, regardless of how I was brought up in the world, which is horribly wrong for a lot of brothers and sisters, because it's not with the Most High. But we don't listen to the men of the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. I mean, the brothers and sisters in the world don't listen to the men of the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. because we don't listen to the Lord. And that's nothing new. That's the reason why we're cursed in the first place. Because we refuse to listen to the words of the Lord. We refuse to identify as Israelite. Just like Hosea chapter 4 and 6 says, we're destroyed for lack of knowledge. Why? Because we reject the knowledge. Why we reject the knowledge? Because we're hard-headed people.
That's right.
Because we don't want to listen to God. You understand? So like it, jump down to verse 9, Babu Kusha.
Sir. Verse 9. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead.
Listen, means we're so hard-headed. It's like our forehead, our state of mind is really hard to read because it's harder than flint. It's damn near harder than diamond. It's hard to breach, to find that, listen, you're an Israelite, you should not be a Christian, you should not eat pork, you should not eat all that, whatever seafood all the tribes eat. You should not, listen, you should follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But because of the indoctrination, because we're hard-headed people, we don't want to listen to God. So we don't want to listen to the men of the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. So like, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want.
No, you good. Give me give me 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. Because what the brother said is very heavy. We are hard-headed people. We're stiff-necked people too. That's also in the Bible. You understand that we are stiff-necked people, very stubborn. That's how you know who we are. You understand? The Bible says that the Lord, right, sent Christ to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He only came for Israel to show you and prove to you that we are hard-headed and stubborn. We don't even want to listen to that. We'll include everybody into that. When the Most High didn't send Christ for everybody, just us. And that's a very special thing. We try to get that through to our people, man. They don't want to hear it because deep down inside, let me get that picture real fast, Napash Kaya. Let me get where's the oppressor? He on the map. What you got that? You remember that one that we used at camp? You got it? Let me get that real fast. I'm gonna show you something real quick, okay? You got that for me, Halak? 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. Go ahead and read it when you got it.
1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High.
All right, stop right there. What's the natural man? The natural man is the unbeliever, somebody that don't believe in the Lord.
Okay.
That's the natural man. The regular average, though, you're Christians of the world. The person that doesn't believe anything. They believe in the Lord, but believing is a feeling, right? And when you have faith, you have to have work that matches it. It'd be like having a gym membership and you think you're gonna get muscles and you don't go work out. The natural man, read it again from the top, Halak.
Sir. Verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High.
The things are the things that we talk about. He don't that natural man, he don't want to hear it. Your brother in the world, that worldly cat, they don't want to hear what we're talking about because we represent the Spirit of the Lord. Spirit is just a vibe. It's separate. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear me and Barack Yala and Halak and the Pashkaya and Makula and all these brothers in the school talk about how Bob Marley is black. I mean, or white. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that because Spirit of the Lord, Numbers 1 and 18, proves that Bob Marley is not one of us. But they don't want to hear that. Keep going.
Come on, sir. For they are foolishness unto him.
These things that we talk about right here from this book, it's foolish to the natural man. It's foolish, which is why what? They always talk about it. They say, oh, man, well, that book is this, and man, that book ain't real. It's a fairy tale. It's foolishness to them. They tell us that all the time. Yeah. They use that. They use that in their argument towards us. And if I'm lying, somebody tell me. Every time we have a battle, what's the first thing? Who wrote the book? And that book, oh man, I used to read it. It's a bunch of less foolishness, man. Oh, you believe in fairy tales and all this stuff. They attack the whole Bible, man. Keep going.
Khan. Neither can he know them.
Listen, they can't even understand it. That's what that means. They can't understand it. They can't understand the Bible because they've already deemed it to be foolish. You understand? The words that we teach and the things that we say, they can't fathom it. They can't fathom it at all. Appreciate it. They can't fathom that. Keep going.
Khan, because they are spiritually discerned.
They are spiritually discerned. What does that mean?
It's like YAHANNA for good.
Go ahead.
Meaning you gotta be a repentant Israelite to understand the breakdowns.
I mean, simple than that. Let's just look up this discern. What does discern mean?
Okay.
So, like y'all, if I may,
go ahead.
Their mind is already made up.
Yes. Their mind, they've already decided that this is inaccurate and this is accurate. They're spiritually discerned, which is why they have such a problem when I say that Bob Marley's not black. They've already decided. Right? They've already decided that they're not going to listen to this. They're not going to listen to us because we have the Spirit of the Lord. And it's foolishness to them. It's foolishness to think that you could only be one race. That's foolishness. Man, damn. Man, that's so crazy. You know what's crazy? A man saying that he feels like a woman. That's crazy. It's crazy to think that, I got you. It's crazy to think that somebody could wake up and say that they got 76 personalities or there are 300 genders. I'm this and I'm that. I'm asexual. I'm pansexual. That's crazy.
Right.
That is absolutely just, it baffles me that the thing that we're saying, which is clear as crystal, that's the confusing part to them. But if I said that I'm a guy and I feel like a white man in my body, and I identify as Spider-Man, there's no outrage for that. That's the crazy thing.
Right.
You can identify with anything. But the minute I say Bob Marley ain't black, oh man, you can't. It's foolishness because it comes from here. They've already made the decision. They spiritually discern, meaning they're going to have that strife against me already. They're going to have the problem already with us because of the fact that they don't even believe in this. They've already decided. It's difficult. You understand? You come from the seed of your father. That's not hard to understand. It's a very simple thing. But the minute you X out this one drop, and the minute you X out the fact that Bob Marley is not black, you'll have a better understanding, and this won't seem as foolish to you anymore. But when I said that Bob Marley is not a black man, all of the black people came to attack us. The reason why they come to attack us is because Bob Marley reminds you of this.
Right.
That's why I say Bob Marley is not black. I said he's white. Now you're defending him because of this guy right here. That's why you do it, which is why when we say that this ain't Christ, you have a problem with it. Because Christ doesn't look like this. You want to talk about phenotypes. You're talking about skin complexion, right? Christ don't look like this. Christ is not mixed.
Right.
Where's your one drop rule now? Why doesn't your one drop rule apply to this guy? Why can't this guy be black? He is black. Why doesn't it count now? Because it only applies in an argument when I'm telling you that some guy that you holding up as an icon is a white man. And because you love white daddy so much, you will hold on to whatever ideology he gave you to justify this mixed biracial idea. When in actuality, you're confused because you want to be him. You hate me, Barack and Halak and Napash and every brother in the truth because we're telling you the truth. You look at this is what you think of every time we say that somebody's white and they're not white. Oh, because he got his skin complexion. Because you don't want to hate this. And we're exposing and telling you who this is. You understand what I'm saying? You don't like that. That doesn't sit that discerns you spiritually, brother. And I get it. I understand. I understand completely. You're confused. Hold your point. Let me make it very crystal clear for you. All right, for all the brothers and sisters out there that are watching, let me make this very clear for you. The oppressor is the devil. Right. Okay? The oppressor is the devil. The word devil means to deceive. This is a form of deceit. You understand? And when he does create a deceit, it's for a profit. It's for a gain, which is also in the Bible. Okay? He creates a deceit, some type of a plan to get us involved, and you start paying for it or whatever the hell it is. And the next thing you know, you're confused. And the more confused you are, the more that you hate us. And this right here is the root of the confusion, right here. Because this is who teaches that biracial garbage and the one drop. This is the image you see every time we tell you somebody black and somebody white. You think about this guy because you love him so much. We don't care about him at all.
Right. That's right.
Damn right.
We care about our people way more. And we have to now do a small little example of a class like this to show you what is and what ain't.
That's right.
Bob Marley is not black.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Marley is white.
That's right.
Somebody says, Salaki, go ahead.
Let me get on Bob Marley here with you for a couple minutes. I just want to say I'm gonna put him in a line with a lot of people. He know more than a Eminem wanna take over rap. Yeah, I like reggae, but he's still in the black man music for one. And then for two, I'm gonna put him in a line with the rest of these people that want to be the real black man with Caesar Boys. Yeah. Like, one thing, I was Martin Luther King, all these people, like, I realized that the president, they like Bob Marley so much and they wear shirts and stuff so much because besides these educated brothers up in the truth with the knowledge of the Most High, another person who know who Bob Marley is the leader of this world, the wicked one to rule this world. He know he's a white man, and then they know he got a white daddy, so they love us from Bob Marley. But I just wanted to bring out a precept, if I may, out of one.
You got what? Are you a trooper?
I'm a student, sir.
Oh, you a student? What precept are you?
Young man, Desmond.
Okay, I got you. What precept are you trying to present to us? Which one?
Can I finish talking and then I'll say I tell you this precept is
Please go ahead.
It's got a lot to do with this class. It's like for us, like we need to quit like just because Barack Obama's got dark skin and Bob Marley got dark skin, like we can't be sitting there getting lost in that color thing like the teacher's saying basically because that don't matter. It's about what Esau did to the children of Israel and the precept I want to see if you could bring out or I could bring out is
ain't no sweat. Take your time, Barack. You got
It's,
something? We're gonna
Ephesians.
go ahead. Go ahead. You said Ephesians.
I'm ready, sir. It's Ephesians 6 and 12, sir.
Okay. Go ahead and read it.
Finally, my brethren, I'm starting 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on your whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand the wiles of the devil, which is the oppressor the Bible speaks of. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. It ain't about if he's dark or this and that. But verse 12, let me run it back. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Verse 13, and this be it. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having all done to stand. So basically, you gotta listen to what these brothers is teaching, these teachers and these men are way above me that's teaching. If you want to be able to, if you don't want to get confused by the colorism and all this Barack Obama black because he got dark skin, you got to put on the whole armor of the Most High and come into this truth where you can learn and stop getting tricked. And you know better, you move better, your mindset be better, everything be better. Yeah.
Gotcha. So when you brothers that are coming into the truth, right, to the young man and you students that are coming into the truth, right, you guys have a zeal that I remember when I came in, and all of us had that zeal, right? And that zeal is on fire. You know what I mean? And we all know what that's like. When y'all come into class, y'all ready, y'all always locked and loaded and ready to go. But in class too, what I want to express to all of y'all, even sometimes we got to say this to certain brothers that are knee deep in this truth, always keep your decorum. You know, always keep your decorum. And when you're a young man and a trooper, right, you do the salakia, you say, if I could, because you're showing that you are humble and you're not arrogant. Put your phones on mute, everybody, all right? You're showing that you're humble with it and you're not arrogant. But also, too, as it pertains to teaching and breaking down scripture, what you want to do is you want to ask if this is a precept that we can use. You understand what I'm saying? Because your job right now is to learn and to come up with it. You know what I mean? So you get into the truth, you become an officer, then you can bring it out. But you always want to keep that decorum, you know what I mean, as a student. Because when you're in the classroom, in Esau's classroom, you know, you're not bringing anything that you're listening and learning. Not to say that you did anything, Brother Desmond, but I'm just saying for future, always, Salaki, if I may, sir, can we use this precept for this topic? And then we'll read it or whatever the case is. But to break it down as a young man and you come in as a trooper, don't do that. Don't do that. You got to learn. That's the thing. All right. Brock Yalla, listen, I want to say something, Brock Yalla. The water to you, brother, because I don't want to be too long-winded tonight. We're going over it a little bit at a time. The water to you, Barack Yalla, man, for coming through, man. Get that brother a hand, please, man. He came through and drop some jewels out here in these streets. And I want to say the water to you, brother, for taking some time out to join me in this class tonight. Halak, always a good time when you come through, man. Powerful reader. All the brothers and sisters who tuned in live. And Halak got us booted off of TikTok again. I don't know how you keep doing this, brother. I don't know how you doing this. We got booted off of both pages, man. Ain't that crazy?
So if I may, real quick.
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
I said Tawada to you, Adawan, and to all the Akim for having me here tonight. And if I may just bring one last scripture, Adawan.
Absolutely, please.
You understand? Listen, this was a lesson of the class, right? Where, listen, at the end of the day, regardless of skin complexion, hair texture, eye color, you're the seed of your father. Just like God hates Edomites, he feels the same about Marley because he's an Edomite, according to the seed of his father. That's what the Bible says. And regardless of your personal opinion, whatever you think, I'm gonna just leave it with this other one. If you could, Trooper, bring me to Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. You understand? I'm gonna just say it plain and simple. God doesn't give a damn about what you think. You understand?
Come.
Your perception of the world, your perception of ideologies are not over God's. Right. Let me know when you got it, Trooper.
Khan. The book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts,
Read.
neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
Listen, it doesn't matter the way you think. It doesn't matter about the one drop rule. It doesn't matter if you're biracial, triracial, or you take a DNA testing, you're 50 or whatever percentage of whatever nation that's written on the paper the white man gave you. The Lord said you're the seed of your father.
That's right.
So you're the seed of your father. Salaki Adawan.
That's
No,
right.
You good. Yeah, you damn right. You are the seed of your father, and that is that. Ain't nothing else to talk about, ain't nothing else to prove. If anybody got something to bring out, go ahead, man. If not, we'll clip it. Like I said, the water to the brother for coming through Barakiala. The water, brother, I appreciate you. Halak, always a good time. Man. I look forward to seeing y'all brothers again. The Posh Kaya's in here. We got young man Desmond, Mark a lot. All of the brothers came through. And sisters too. I saw some sisters in there too. So the water to all of y'all. If anybody got something else to bring out, go ahead and bring it out right now. And then
Last public service announcement.
Yeah.
The Lord's 55th annual Passover is coming up April 20th, 2024. It'll be held in Durham, North Carolina.
That's
Pay
right.
your tithes and Passover fees on ISUPK.com.
That's right. And follow I.S.U.P.K Montreal
Damn
on
right.
all social media platforms. Understand? Especially TikTok. And that's where he's going to be right after we leave this class. He's going to be up there until 4 o'clock in the morning. I already know because I'm going to be up there with him. And follow Halak too. He's on Halak, what you on? Black Planet, and what else you on, Halak?
Salaki Adawan, if I could.
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Sharpen the Sword Radio.
You know it.
STL.
Oh yeah,
STL and ATL connection. Salaki.
That's right. Get out of here too. That's a powerful podcast coming out. Follow the Posh Kaya on Facebook and all the other brothers and stuff like that. And with that, we good? Solid. Pass the class all the priests and officers in the Posh Kaya, all right?
This is I.S.U.P.K security announcement. Brother I.S.U.P.K started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are living for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They're here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person. He or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My ISUPK, that means 10 in Hebrew, 10% of every penny or any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the church department or teacher. Priest fund, free offer for priest not mandatory. Whatsoever we like to give. The next Holy Convocation is going to be the 55th annual Passover. Going to be here at Durham, North Carolina. Make sure you pay your Passover fees.
That's right.
With that, Slocky, that's it, one more part. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, or scarf. With that, we'll give one curse salute to the teacher. Ben Israel, Amaju. Amaju Shabbat. Amaju. Barak. Y'all about to show me out there.
Y'all about to show me out.
Well, I just said in Hebrew, may the Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you. Y'all never taught me hands down. We can say one curse salute to the sister online. Minister Amadu Sambat. Amadu. Barak. Yahweh Shema. Well, I said to the sister online, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Y'all never taught me hands down. Class is missed.
That's right.
I got you.
so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets.
City ops,